Hi friends, today onwards we are going to start the new concept of React hooks. Like what is a hook and what is the different types of hooks in the React. First, we are going to explore the each and every hook in the React documentation. Use state in this. First of all, we will study the overview of the hooks. Hooks definition is the hooks let you use the different React features from your components. You can either use the built-in hooks or the combine them to use your own hook. Like you can customize the hooks. This page list all the built-in hooks. Like it will have the all the built-in hooks like use state, use reducer, and context hooks like use context, reference hooks like use reference and use imperative handle, effective hooks like use effect and use layout effect, and use section effect. These are and use performance hooks like use memo. Like they categorized into the different types, different categories. In that there are some hooks are there like performance hooks and effective hooks and the reference hooks and context hooks and state hooks. We are going to study the sum of hooks in this, like in the performance hooks, thus use memo and use callback. In that other hooks also there like use id and use action state. These are the all the hooks that simply say that hooks are the like a function, actually function. In that function they return some special feature for the uh, to perform the some task. Like if you take the first of all, we are going to you working on the use state. Use state is a React hook. Actually, use state is a simply as a function only, but it is a present in the React, but it is also some special feature like a React feature. It have this hook let you the add a state variable, like it will add the local state variable to the only single component, i- only to your component. If you see here, syntax of the hook const of array destructuring equal to the use state of initial state or initial value. You can call it as it is a default value also. It will have the two things. One is a state variable. One thing is one variable hold the that value, and second variable like this set state variable hold the functionality. Like can change this we can change the initial state using the this function. We are going to see the using the uh, working with this use state. If you see the reference, use state equal use state of initial state. Set functions like set function. If you see the function like this one, if you see there is a given one example is given const name comma array destructuring name comma set name use state of Edward. If you see, you have written the some function for handling this use state. See, in this, if you click on this button, like some button is given, like here not given, but if you click on the button, that name is changed to the Taylor. Instead of the Edward, after clicking the button, it is changed to the Taylor. Like this, we are going to use the in the real world, like in the components. We are going to see these all things. First of all, we are going to install the React application using the V. Using the V, get started. We are going to install directly using this command. First of all, opening my command prompt. In this, I'm going to the E directory, web application, here, TLS. Here I'm creating the one project called React hooks. Make dir of here React hooks. In this, I'm going to the React hooks. First of all, I'm creating npm run, npm with at the rate of latest. I'm giving my React hooks, or you can call it as hooks. Hooks I'm calling dash dash, and again dash dash. Template I'm using here. Template I'm using as a React. We are using React, that's why I'm giving the template name as React. See here. If you want to give the vanilla, or you can give the vanilla. You can give the vanilla of an TS. TS means TypeScript, like view hyphen TS, like React hyphen TS, React SWC. We are using the simply ReactJS. That's why we are working with the template as a React. If you click on the enter, it will download the application. See, it will asking the OK to proceed. Okay. See, application is downloaded. First, it is saying the some commands like cd, go to the folder like my React hooks. In this, install the install the dependencies. Actually, it will not give the Node.js node underscore modules. We are going to initialize that using the npm install. After installing this, it will install all the dependencies. Like Vite is like a bundler, like how we are using the parcel, like same like Vite is one type of bundler. Like Vite, there is a one parcel, parcel, and a webpack. There is a called webpack in React. These are all bundlers. Like how these are bundlers, there is a Vite also one type of bundler. See, bundler your assets. Wheat is also a bundler. Compared to these three, wheat is a little bit faster than remaining order. That's why I'm using the wheat. See, it is running, installing, it is completed. If you want to run the application, npm run the dev. See, it is running. See, localhost http column slash slash localhost column 5173 is the port number. If you want to run the application localhost or http column slash slash localhost, not 1234 5173 is the port number. See, application is running. There is a small application also running. See, count is there. We are going to remove this all things, and we are going to create one our own application. First of all, I'm terminating this one, and here I'm going to the my IDE, like VS Code. In this is having the code files. First, I'm going to create one application called counter. In that source, first I'm going to create the components. I'm going to the some standard structure for a creating of application. You can also do using your standard structure components. In this, if you want, we are first learning the use state hook. That's why I'm creating the for every hook I'm creating the one folder. That's why I'm created that use state. In this, first I'm working with the counter application, counter.jsx. First, in this app, I'm removing these all things, unnecessary things, and I'm removing this count part, and removing this use state also. These three things, except this app.css. If you want to import the React, no problem. If you want to display some message, here heading, Give wedding React with bundler. If you go to the browser, you can observe here. Why is still not changing? We have to run the application npm run development environment. See, React with wheat bundler. If you want to, you can use the React with wheat bundler. See browser, React with wheat bundler. First, we are going to the counter.js. In this, I'm creating RFCA, RAFCA, function. It is a shortcut for the creating the some template here. Further, for creating that type of templates, we are going to install the yes React React template. This one, this one we have to install. ES7 plus React Redux and React Native snippets by DSJNA. This guy. You have to install for that. If you want for the creating of these templates, like you want to create once again, I'm going to create RFCE. See, you see this application. If you want to run this counter application, we are going to run counter and this one. We have to import here. Don't forget to import that component. Import counter from the from dot slash component slash use state slash counter. After, if you want to see counter, it is application is counter. So it is coming from the counter component. This component, in this we are going to run counter. Here I'm going to first, before going to use the use state hook, I'm going to use the here that previous thing, like how variables are defined. Like let counter is equals to 0. I'm going to initialize. Like without using the use state, how it will be performed. Like components, how it will be performed. I'm going to tell first. Later, I'm going to use the use state. If you want to that use that, we are going to inject this. This is a called injection, variable injection. Here counter, I'm going to add these buttons like add value, another button, ampersand, NBSP, some space, it will give some space, ampersand, NBSP. Okay. One more button called remove, value. If you go to the this, it will create the two buttons like add value and remove value. If you click on this button add value, it will increment to the 1. If you click on this remove value, it will decrement to the 1. Like this, we are going to do. Further, we are going to create one function called add value equal to of arrow function counter equal to counter plus 1. If you want to use that function here in the button, add value button, on click of add value, on click of add value, If you go to the browser, see, I'm clicking, but it is not incrementing to the value. For that, we are going to console this one. Use the console dot counter. We click on this one. We are going to inspect this. Go to the console. It is incrementing. We click on this. Here, here it is incrementing. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times I clicked that. 5 times it incremented. Once again, I'm going to show. Refresh this one. It will go. It will comes to the one. If you click on one time, it will one. If you click on two times, it will go to the second. If you click on three times, it will go to the three. If you click on once again, it will go to the four. If you click on this one, it will go to the five. Like that, here it is changing, but component is here in that injection variable. It is not refreshing. That why it is refreshing? That every time, every time that this counter changes, it will it will change the count. Every time this counter we are incrementing here, that it is incrementing, but that component it is isn't refreshing. That component isn't reloading. For that, for these cases, we are going to use special functions called that special features called hooks. Hooks is gives the it will after changing every time changing it will refresh or reload the component, like it will going to create the new state, like that state variable that it will go into once again I'm repeating it for every time changes it will go into the refresh or reload the component according to the our new value. instead of this Instead of this variable we are going to instead of this let counter we are going to use the use state hook. We are going to pass the initial value or default value. For this, we are going to import must and should import from the React. It will give the one value. It will returns use state returns one value called array. You can take the any value, not only this one, something, or you can take the something. This something will give the two things. One is one value is called counter. I'm giving something something of 0. Another value is give the set counter. You can take any value, but I'm taking it is a convention for that. In this add value, I'm passing like counter this new counter equal to counter plus 1. I'm passing this new counter to the this set counter. If you here we are going to use the const or let and if you go to the browser you see it's not the new counter is not defined. New counter is counter plus 1. Counter plus 1. To take this one constant you can take or we can take directly also, but showing purpose I'm showing here. Refresh this one, add value. See, it is a counter is incrementing. See, if you want to use the decrement like remove the value, it will not remove. Why we have and we haven't written the for that also. We have to write const remove value equal to of function here const new counter equal to counter plus, sorry, -1 here we going to take, and set counter equal to new counter. If you observe this, go to the once again browser, refresh the browser, not required, but see, add value, counter is incremented, remove value. It is not. See, here we haven't written on click of remove value. See, if you remove this, if you click on this, it is decrementing, like it is decreasing that value. If you click on this one, it is incrementing. If you click on this one, it is decrementing. If you want to, like instead of one, if you want to at a time two increment and two decrement, we are going to do. You can do. See, it is incrementing. 25. If you click on this one, 27. Like this, if you click on this remove, instead of 25, 27 to 25, it is decrementing 2, it incrementing 2. Instead of writing these two lines, we can write the one line. Counter plus 1. This one, and here, instead of here, two lines, we are going to write counter minus 1. See, incremented counter, remove value, one value. See, 18 and 17. 20, if you click on this one, 20 to 21. If you click on this one, it is decreasing. If you want to perform this set counter 3 times here, there is a one technique here. I'm going to show using this. There is a issue with this. That's why I'm going to show here this one. And here also, if you decrease this at a time 3, instead of giving the counter -3, I'm giving the 3 times here. This one, like set counter is equals to counter -1 and counter -1 and counter -1. Here also set counter of counter plus 1, set counter of counter plus 1, set counter of counter plus 1 3 times. It will decrease or 3 times at a single shot. We will see in this application. Once refresh this application, we click on this. See, we have performed in the function, we have written the 3 times, but it is not performing the 3 times, like it will not incrementing the 3. Here also, if you click on this, if you click on the decrementing, here also we have performed the 3 times set counter operation, counter -1 here 3 times, but it is performing the only single time. Why? Here it is taking this bunch of things only one time. Like if you take like this, any 10 times also take, see, if you take 10 times also, 10 times or 12 times also, here also 12 times also, if you refresh this one, see, it is taking the only one increment. If you want to refresh, you can refresh. I have saved the file. Okay, counter saved. See, it is performing only single time. You take n number of times. If you want to solve this problem, there is a way we have to use. See, remove this one, all of this, instead of this, there is a way called callback function. Previous counter. We have to give the previous counter of previous counter plus 1. Here also previous counter. This previous counter have the previous value of the counter. Previous value of this counter, this value. Previous counter of this value. Like if you have this, I'm incrementing from the 9 to 10. But previous counter have the 9. It, and I'm going to increment from the 9 to 10. That previous counter having the 9. and it will increment, it will give the 9 plus 1 and it will return to the set counter. Like this it is going to perform. Previous counter, we can take it small. Here we can take small cases also. Previous counter, previous counter, previous counter plus 1, previous counter plus 1. Here also, instead of this, copying this one, paste here. Minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1. Go to the this one, refresh this one. See, if you click on this variable, it is going to the 3. If you click on this one, once again, it is going to the 6. If you click on this one, it is going to the 9. Like this. If you click on the remove button also, it is decrementing to the 9 to 6. If we click on once again, it is decrementing to the 6 to 3. Before it is not supported, like counter is equals to counter plus 1, it's not supported. But now it is supported. Why? We are performing some callback function here in the set counter. Due to that, it is performing in every time. If you take the 10 times also, it will in the single shot, it will increment the 10 times. Like 10 from the 0 to 10, it will increment. How it is incrementing? Using this previous value I am incrementing. Here also previous value I am incrementing. Here instead of writing the 3 lines, I have written the 3 lines, but we can use there is a technique called array destructuring in the JavaScript. One is called counter and set counter. These are not mandatory. We can use the anything here, or you can take the count and set count. Here also remove this one. Okay, so I'm going to remove 2 of them here. Here also I'm going to remove 2 of them. See, if we go to the browser once again, this counter is not different. Where we have used, somewhere we have used, remove this one instead of, okay, go to the browser, see, refresh this one, add value, incrementing 1. If you want to decrement, it is decremented. If you want to stop up to the 0 only, we can want to use there is a condition we can apply here. See, pre count greater than 0, it will going to perform. Here we can give the condition, or we can leave with the 0. Leave with the 0. See, go to this and add value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15. We have taken 16, counted is equals to. If you want to remove, I am removing one element. See, after 0, it is not removing. Why? I have written the condition called priv count greater than 0. When it is greater than 0, it will perform the minus operation. If it is not 0, that priv count, if you take here, priv count is 1, it is greater than 0, it is performing 1 minus 1 minus 1, it will give the 0. 0, if we compare this one, if you compare once again, pre count greater than 0, it will not go to this one, it will goes to the 0. Like this, it will see the condition. Not only this one, we are going to see the 2 more. One is like input dot JSX. Here, how to handle the input variable? How to handle the use state in the input variable? First of all, I am going to import React, comma use React. Sorry, use state from React. React const input equal to of arrow function return export this input, export default input, setting of input name. Here I am going to inject the variable called name. For that I am going to take the fun input called fun empty input, type is equals to test, name is equals to name only I am taking. If you want to take username, I am going to take username. On change, I am going to perform. Here I am going to take one use state called use state of empty string. This will give the two things. We can take the username, comma set username, comma set username. In this on change, we are going to perform the change operation, update input. This I'm going to write one function called update input. Here set username, update the username with the new username called e.target.value. e.target.value. If you go to the app.jsx, here I'm commenting this one and I'm importing the input. See, it is automatically imported and go to the browser. It is showing the input. Here I'm going to change input element. Here I'm going to write username placeholder. I'm going to write username or enter username. Enter username. I'm going to perform some styles here. Style of width 200 pixel, comma height 20 pixel, comma padding 10 pixel. If we go to the outline also, I'm going to remove outline none. I'm removing the outline. If you go to here, see here I'm going to give the my name. See, it is input is displaying here. How it is displaying? I have injected the input variable here. Username, this variable name I have injected here. That's why input element when I am giving here, it is displaying. If you remove this one, it is vanished. If you give like something, it is displaying. Like if I give some password like at the rate of gmail.com. gmail.com. So it is displaying that this. If you want to, we are going to see the one more example called how to work with multiple inputs here, like use state, like object type of object kind of variable we are going to see in the use state. For that, I'm going to create one registration form, and in that registration form, I'm going to use this use state variable, this use state hook. For that, register.jsx in this RF RAFCE register is created. In this, I'm going to first import the use state. First, I'm going to create the use state of one object kind of in this and create username of empty string default. Next one email of empty string default. Next password of empty string default. For this, I'm assigning one variable name called array destructure of user comma set user comma set user. Here registration form ending one. In this form element I'm going to take in this, I'm going to copy this from the input, copy, paste here. 3 times I'm copying, and I'm going to change this one. First one is username, second one is email. If you want to give the label also, your wish, you can give the label. Third one is password. Here enter password, enter password, enter email, enter email address, enter password, enter username. See, update input, I'm going to write the function. Here, there is a technique to write this update input. I'm creating one function set user of first I'm going to write the dot of user, like I'm going to first write the previous values, then I'm going to here I'm going to take the one variable. It is taking the one variable like event means event dot target dot name. So I'm giving here okay, name also I'm giving name column e dot target dot value. According to this, it is updating. If you want to give in the input variable only, you can give directly here. See, e dot set user equal to dot of user comma username of e dot target dot value. Like this in the email also, set user of dot. First we are going to get the previous values. Next we are going to email column e dot target dot value. Second, third one is here password also, set user of dot of user comma password of e dot target dot value. If you want to see the values how it is changing, we are going to use the one thing called JSON dot stringify of user. the app.js commenting the input, and I'm importing the register. This here importing. If you want to use the submit button, you can call submit here. Instead of name, I'm removing placeholder. I'm removing on change. I'm removing here. If you want to use that value, can give this value register. Go to this here. Register right here. I'm giving 30. Want to use 40. And VSP. So view here margin also margin of 10 pixel comma. See margin is called same like if you want to apply margin for every here margin 10 margin 10 margin 10 pixel. See margin we got. If we click on this, see if you click on this here I'm giving the username as Chikri. See in this here it is changing. If we click on this email Chikri1 at the rate of gmail.com. I'm giving the short email for the convenient purpose password Chikri at the rate of 123. See, it is giving password. Here there is a issue. If we not use the dot column dot user instead of this, we can give if we give the directly. I'm going to show that one also without giving this one. Where is the password input here? Without giving this one, see, we are going to see here only. If we refresh this one, once again reload this application. See, see, check if you give the remaining all our thing will be invisible, like display. It will be hidden. It not hidden. It will be vanished. If you go to here if you give the email address, hello at the rate of gmail.com. I'm giving email.com. See, only email is available, and remaining all are thing, all are this, all are will be hidden or invisible. If you give the password also, see, Mohan at the rate of 123. See, only password will be displayed. Like allow remaining all are thing will be vanished. For this, I'm going to the my code. We are going to use the dot user like previous dot user, not username previous value. We have to make sure to use the previous value, or we can use there is a simple technique called here we have seen in the counter also there is a previous prev, or here we can use the prev instead of giving like this we can give in the here also in this also there is a call dot preview email column. Here it is a preview. In the username also same thing. Previous dot preview comma username of e dot target dot value. Save this file. Save this file and go to the browser. If you see, if you reload this website and username, I'm giving some Kiran. See, username is there and email and password also there. See, if you want to update the Kiran at the rate of gmail.com. See, username also available and email also updating. Meanwhile, password. If you give the password Kiran at the rate of 123. If you click on this one, it will go to the database. Like this, we are going to use in the real-time data. If you go to the once again, instead of this using this like this, we are going to simply use the control check called update input. We are going to call this function. In this update input, here also we are going to call this using the simple one and the password also same thing. Update input. In this update input, once again, uncomment this one. In this update input, I'm taking the E. E is coming from the this event form event, and it is refreshing this one. Event dot target dot name. Name is coming from the this username. If you not use this name, it will not take. If you we are without giving this one, once again, Control Z, we are going to comment like this. Comment this one also and comment this one also, password also. If you're not giving this one, see how it is updating. We are going to see here, okay? See, if you want to write this here, see, it is creating one more variable. Like actually, username is variable. Username is one variable and email is another variable. Password is another variable. It is creating that new empty is with Java. Yeah. If you go to the update this pass email also, see that the previous one is vanished and new one is creating. Why it is showing that name variable is empty for the every form. That's why we are using this name for the showing the different for the different form field, email and password. If you give here and it will update this e dot target dot username. If you update in the username e dot target dot name and it will update the value. It will coming from this form like username column value and email column value and password column value. According to the name and value, it is going to update. Or we can write the like previous one here. Preview here also we can write the preview dot preview. Here instead of this, we are going to write in the sorry, parenthesis. Go to the browser, once refresh this one, and once do the uh, Ravi Kumar. Ravi Kumar. This one username is updating with the Ravi Kumar. Still that email and password is empty. If you update the email, ravi.k 123 at the rate of gmail.com or dev.com. See, email is updating now. If you want to update the password, in the password box, ravi.k. Okay, if you click on the register, it will go to the database. Like this, we are going to work with the multiple like object kind of variable in the use state. See, we have used the username. Like if you use the and multiple things like boolean also we can use and boolean also we can use. We are going to see one thing using the boolean in the app.jsx. I'm commenting this one here. I'm going to create one called uh, mm, okay, count uh, count set the count of use state equal to false or true. I'm giving here true. Const uh, instead of count, I'm going to take one convention for that. You can take anything. Set one, two, tw2, set2, set2 equal to use state. I'm remaining unmatching the false. Const 3 comma set3 equal to use state of false. Or we can take okay. First we are going to see this one, and here next we are going to see if you see one, there is a one is there. We are going to display this counter like that. Remaining inputs in 2, 3, 3 inputs. We are going to change here register this one as a input this one, remove these things. Here I'm going to take the 3 buttons. One is called counter, another one is called input, another one is called another button is called register form. In this, I'm going to take the on click off. If you click on this, on click, we click on this, we are going to toggle the one, set one of previous column, set the previous. I'm going to show once again, I'm repeating this one, repeat this one after completing on click off, set 2, set 2, not 3, previous of previous. And give here set 3 previous. See, we are going to the website. We click on this one. See, it is hiding. If we click on input, we are getting the input. If we click on the register, we are getting the register. If you click on this one, it is hiding the input. If you want to give 1% NBSP, NBSP, copy and paste. Paste. We click on the counter is displaying, we toggle it, like it is like a kind of toggling, right? First I have taken the 3 buttons, like first I have taken the here 3 things. One is one use state for the 1, and second for the 2, and second for the third for the 3. For this, if you I'm toggling, initially I'm displaying the counter, like if you click on this button counter, it will display this, it will close the counter. And if we click on the if you click on the 1 second counter, it will display like I'm toggling. Like if you see here, like it is called as a conditional rendering. Using this condition, like if we yes, see, it is true. Initially, it is true. True means it will going to display the this counter. Initially, see, second one is a 2. Initially, it is false. Initial value is false initially. That's why it is input is 2 is false. That's why it is not displaying the this input variable, input component. Next, third one also 3. This one also false. This 3 is false. That's why it is register also not displaying. If you want to display that, here we have using the three buttons called counter, input and register. In this we have written the on click button. If you click on this counter, it will go into display or close according to the condition. I have given here not, like it will true means it will give the false, it will returns the false, or if it will false mean it will returns the true. Initially it is true. If you give the set one of previous of arrow function not of previous means it will automatically false and it will close the this counter. Here if you click on the input button, this one initially this is a false. If you click on first time, this will makes the true false into the true. It will show the input component. Second one, third one also, not second one, third one also set 3 of previous of not of previous. Not of previous, or we can take the false also. But no, we have going to achieve the toggling like click and unclick. Like we are going to achieve the toggling. If you click on this register, it will go into the remove. If you click on the register once again, it will go into display. We are going to that kind of thing. That's why I have used it here not operation. Not means if it is true means it will give the false, and false means it will give the true according to the our condition. Here also in the register also in the set 3 previous first in the initial state it is a false. If we give the not means it will returns the true. Returns the true. That's why if you click on this one, it will show the register component. Here if you see the once again that initial stage counter is displaying. See, counter is incrementing. We click on this one, counter is decrementing. We don't want this counter app. We want only input app. See, if we want to use the Nitish Kumar Reddy. Yes, see, it is displaying. We don't want this component. We want this register. See, if you click on this one, Chakravarti, Chikri, at the rate of Gmail. Don't see the spelling, see the what we are doing, like what is the doing, structure we are doing. Don't see the spelling. Spelling is correct or not. Here also I'm giving the password 123. Something I'm giving and see. If you go to the once again input, see if you want to close the register form, you can click on this register form, go to the input. See that previous value what we have given here, it is a vanished. Why means we have unmounted the component again we mounted like it is a called something like mounting and unmounting. We have learned the new concept also here. This is a conditional rendering. Using this click button, we have removed that component. Using this click button, we have again bring the component. This is called unmounted mounting. If you give the one time, if you want to show Mohan Reddy, Mohan Kumar Reddy, or you can give the Mohan Reddy also. Want to show Mohan Kumar Reddy. I have given wrong name. If you go to the one second counter and remove this one, and remove means unmount this one, unmount the input, come to the counter and click on this one, you increment this counter and decrement this counter. Our counter is in the 10. Again, this unmount this one and mount this one. See, that Mohan Kumar Reddy is not there. Why? Because of this. We are mounting and unmounting means we are refreshing the like reloading the component. Due to that reloading, it will come to the initial stage. If you refresh, it is like input is coming we are reloading this means if a condition is true means it is again reloading this component you due to that reloading component it is again going to the initial stage means empty like username is empty due to that this state variable becomes the empty this one becomes the empty this is called your local variable this is makes the use state is a component level variable or component level local variable. Here also, if you comes to the once again, remove this one and remove means unmount this one and mount this counter. See here, counter is again previously it is having the 10 or something 9 or 11. It is now it is having the 0. If you once again if you want to see, I'm incrementing this one to 15. I'm decrementing some 12 or 12 and once unmount this one and go to the register form and again unmount this register form again see it is comes to the 0 why it is again it is refreshing or reloading the component due to this condition it is reloading this component why because of this use state is a component level variable due to that it is a reloading the component to the initial state. That's why it is showing the initial value or default value to the 0. I'm talking from the long back onwards. Okay, friends, if you understand the concept, please follow this example and learn from this example. If you understand, please like and subscribe my channel and support my channel.